All right. And do you have any fear of him?
No.
And now I have a letter, defense exhibit number 1, with her saying, you know, there were some issues.
Revoke, enter an adjudication of guilt, and sentence to 7 years in the prison.
And the court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison.
That my wife is all I have out there, and I understand that, what I did was wrong, but
That could potentially result in me going to the state jail facility for 2 years. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to go to state jail facility for 2 years?
No, ma'am.
All right, so you need to ask yourself.
Today I was supposed to graduate today on the 7th. Today is my graduation, but I'm here. So does this mean I'm gonna be a felon?
Yes,
So is there a way that I can get this off my record?
you have to speak to your attorney. And are you Mr. Gibson?
yes,
All right, we're here. There was a request by probation through Mr. Gibson for him to have his conditions amended to no harmful or injurious contact with Claudia Rushing in lieu of the no contact order. I've reviewed the file. She's not the complainant in this case, but the court entered the no contact order due to the nature of the offense. All right, and probation, do you have a report for the court?
Judge, since the last compliance hearing, back in April, he's been visiting with, Claudia Rushing and the children as you directed. There has not been any kind of issues, or anything with those visits. The CSO assigned to Mr. Gibson did speak with Ms. Rushing, who reports no issues. And she states that she and the children hope that he can return to home. He's completed lifetime. He was residing at the Oxford house, but he couldn't afford to continue living there. So right now he moved in with his brother-in-law, with his brother-in-law. But there is some other issues there are requests for him to be able to move back in to help with the children, and to get the family back together. He continues with his weekly sober support meetings and aftercare treatment. The probation officer doesn't seem to have any issues or qualms about him residing back with Miss Rushing, and I've asked her to join the Zoom meeting today. Judge, I did forward you a court summary so you can kind of overall look at the case.
Yes.
In your email.
All right. And I do see in the court summary, and I'll give you this part.
So Judge, we are asking for you to lift the contact restrictions and allow Mr. Gibson to reside with Ms. Rushing and to continue with a no harmful or injurious contact order.
Okay. All right, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. How many days sobriety do you have?
I have 7 months and I think 3 weeks.
All right, so how often are you doing AA or NA meetings?
I try to get 3 to 5 meetings in a week, and then I'm doing my, as needed with outpatient in my time.
All right, and are you employed?
I'm currently not. I'm doing staffing through People Ready, and I'm currently actually have an interview today with Washtub on as well.
All right, and what time is your interview?
He said just come by at any time before 6.
All right, and how old are your children?
My daughter is a year. The oldest boy is 11, and the other one is 9.
All right, so you say your daughter is a year. So the other 2 children, are you their stepfather or biological?
Yes, I'm stuck.
All right. It always perks up my ears when people sort of seem as though they're putting more favoritism on their child when they're a stepfather.
I'm definitely not.
All right.
They're all equal to me.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
No.
All right. So I'm going to call Miss Rushing in.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again?
Would you like Austin to move back in with you?
Yes.
And back when this happened, there was a case of aggravated assault where you were named the victim, is that correct?
Yes.
And you chose not to press charges.
Yes.
And Can you tell us briefly what happened that day?
So Austin came to the house and he was under the influence of drugs. I'm assuming he looked kind of out of it. He got upset because he wanted his money. He had $200 in the bank and he wanted that money. And I told him, that money was for bills, that we were not going to touch that money. And he got, I guess, he got agitated maybe because of the fact that I didn't want to give him the money. And so he grabbed a knife from the kitchen and, was telling me to give him his money back. And then I just told him, hey, I'm going to call the police. Like, if you don't leave, I'm going to call them. And then he just put the knife on the table and then he left.
Okay. And were the children present at that time?
So both my older kids, they were sleeping. This happened around, what was it, like 5 in the morning, 5:30-ish in the morning. So the boys were sleeping. The only one that was up or was woken up was my daughter. Well, our daughter, mine and his.
Okay. And so when Austin was on drugs, did he have violent tendencies?
I mean, apart from him like pinning me against the wall and then, then with the incident that happened, outside the house, as not really. I mean, he never hit me. I mean, he didn't hit me. He didn't like put his hands on me apart from like what I told you. That's all he did.
Okay.
And I did tell the police that day, that I think that Austin shouldn't, be in jail. He should get help, like be in rehab or something, because of his relapse. And so I did tell them that I didn't want to press charges on him. I just wanted him to get help because, I care for him. We have a kid together. I want my child to have her dad, And so what I honestly think it's just he needs to continue to do what he's doing right now so that he can stay sober, and get help. That's all.
Okay, well, that was my next question. Since that date and since he's gotten help, has he ever done drugs that you're aware of?
No.
And if he does do drugs, would you call the police and inform the police or the probation officer about that?
Yes. I think, what's important is that he stays sober. And so I will do what I need to do so that he can stay that way. Get him help, tell the probation officer, tell him like, hey, you need to tell your sponsor, tell somebody, push him to get help.
And do you know who his probation officer is?
Sarah Davies.
So you have her number.
I have her number. I have her email. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. No further questions, John.
All right. Ms. Rushing,
Yes, ma'am.
since he's been allowed to have contact with you, what is a normal activity that you all do together or do with the children?
We've gone to the mall to go, eat and just eat, walk around. We took family pictures on the, what was it, on the 17th. We took some family pictures and we have gone to the park, we've drove around. He's had good contact with the kids. It does get a little bit depressing, at the end of the visit because the children will say and ask like, oh, when is daddy coming home? Or why does daddy have to leave? So that is always, like the downside of the visitations,
All right. And do you have any fear of him?
No,
Do you have any fear of him being around your children?
no.
All right. So here's the thing in this court, to be successful at probation, and I think people are aware, and I know the state does this as well, and so does probation. we want people to be successful on probation. Otherwise, the state would not have requested that they be on probation, and I would not have agreed for them to be on probation. So with sobriety, you cannot slack with it. You have to be vigilant about it, because if there's a slip up, then it's going to lead to other things. He's on probation. He's not allowed to drink alcohol at all. So if there's an event, and I know we have the 4th coming up and other holidays, Juneteenth coming up, he is not to backslide. You're not to backslide, drink alcohol, because then that just downward spiral. Do you understand?
Some more, yes.
Yes, ma'am. I actually don't drink and he knows that, so that shouldn't be a problem.
All right. So this is what the court will do then. State, do you have any objections to lifting the order of him not being allowed to live there?
No.
All right. So I'm going to alter and amend conditions. You're telling the court that you do NA or AA meetings 5 times per week?
3 to 5, as
Okay.
many as I can get to this.
So I'm going to require NA or AA meetings 3 times per week at a minimum, because that appears that's what's working for you. And defendant, you're allowed to live with Miss Rushing if she wants you there.
I do have a question. Am I able to get like documentation that I'm here today? Because I do have a meeting with Lifetime this morning, and I don't want.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to be.
Yes.
Unaccounted.
Let them know that you're going to be late, but you're on your way.
Okay. Yes.
All right. Is there anything else?
State Your Honor.
Miss Rushing, is there anything else that you need from the court that you think would be beneficial to Mr. Gibson?
No, I think you guys have done everything. And like I said, I will make sure that he stays on tracks with his meetings, his medications, whatever help he needs from me, support that he needs from me, I will be here.
All right.
And so
is
I
there
thank you guys for everything.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for coming in by Zoom.
Yes.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am. That's it.
All right.
No.
So we're off the record. So, if you need something, you need to let us know.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're the first person I've had before me who has 4 first names.
I know. Everybody tells me that.
All right. Have a great day. Okay. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Rushing.
Thank you.
The last time we were here, on September 29th, he pled not true to violations 1 and 1. So is that still the case?
No, Your Honor. My client wishes to change his plea to true to both the allegations.
Right. So we're going to go on the record. The court is calling 2019 CR 8096 State versus Austin Zachary Mark Gibson. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Lauren Espinoza.
Andrew Fraley to the defendant.
And are you Austin Zachary Mark Gibson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Austin Zachary Mark Gibson who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2019 CR 8096 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on February 21st, 2020 for a period of 7 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Your Honor, violated condition number 1, on or about the 31st day of August 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Austin Zachary Mark Gibson, committed the offense of criminal trespass in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that?
True.
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 31st day of August 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Austin Zachary Mark Gibson, committed the offense of criminal mischief greater than or equal to 750 less than 2,500 in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that?
True, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 1 and 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of conditions 1 and 1?
Yes.
Court will find violations of conditions 1 and 1 true. State, what are you recommending?
Your Honor, at this time, state is recommending that you grant state's motion to revoke, enter an adjudication of guilt, and sentence to 7 years in the prison.
And defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're requesting to continue. My client would like to address the court.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Austin Zachary Mark Gibson.
All right, so what do you wish to say to the court?
I just want to tell you that I do accept a full range of, you know, full responsibility for it all, you know, and I do apologize to you in the court, and the persons of that business. You know, I did react like this due to, you know, lack of consistency on my medications. I do ask that I can get the help, to get this correct. I have a meeting scheduled with Miss Amanda at CHDS.
I apologize. I'm gonna ask a couple questions and go back. Before we talk about Amanda from Center for Healthcare Services, talk about what happened. You said you were inconsistent on your medication.
Yes.
You want to be more specific?
A lot of the inconsistencies would be, you know, getting up very early for work, like 3 a.m. I wouldn't, you know, just pack my lunch and out the door. And being there's time that my phone isn't charged or plugged in, or even the noise, because my little girl would like to grab my phone. So
And so you basically stopped taking medication.
yes.
And ever since you got clean and sober, when did you get sober?
I've been sober for a good while.
Ever since you got out of Lifetime, pretty much?
Yes.
With one minor exception, but you've tested negative on your UAs since October of 2024. So basically for the last year, you've been all negative on all your UAs.
Yes.
And you successfully completed Lifetime Recovery inpatient.
Yes, sir.
Successfully completed SATF before that.
Yes.
You had done the outpatient program before.
Yes.
Completed your UAs in the last year successfully. Done private outpatient with Lifetime, is that correct?
Yes.
And you're behind on your fees though, is that correct?
Yes. But I do have employment.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I do have employment that I can catch that up. You know, I did have a vehicle that had a lot of issues, and it took a lot of my money, and that's why I couldn't stay consistent on the payments. But this job that I do know is a second chance employer. They have accepted me for employment. So
And so since you got off your medication, that's the real problem you're having.
yes,
And what happened with this specific incident?
it was just you know, time of day. It was hot. You know, I just got frustrated. I outlashed towards just an inanimate object rather than a person, and you know, broke the fence. And I was looking for water for my radiator because I thought it was the radiator that had failed, but it was the water pump. So I tried to put water into the reservoir so that it could feed back into the radiator, but I didn't find nothing but like maybe a quarter of a cup.
So, but what happened was you were trying to fix that.
Yeah, I wanted to fix that, and you know, I couldn't find a water faucet that worked. So I said, oh, you know what? I already broke the fence. Let me go to the roof. Let me see if I can find a run valve for the HVAC system. Well, I found one. I tried to turn it, and it didn't work. So when I stood up, I slipped and I kicked the piping right there.
And what does that have to do with you being off your medication? Talk to the judge about that.
That's just, you know, me. My mood swings have been. It's been a lot of up and down, and I never really understood how to talk to anybody about that. You know, I would like to try to talk to my team there at the Center for Healthcare Service, but when I do call, a lot of the numbers, either when I call, they answer and hang up, or you know, it sounds like a fax machine, like a beep boop beep boop boop.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You've been before me previously for a violation of condition number 1.
Yes.
And whenever there's a violation of condition number 1, that's a new charge. So what was your previous violation of condition number 1 for?
I can't recall.
All right, could somebody look that up and tell me what that previous number 1 was? Because once you had a violation of condition number 1 for that time, the court denied the motion, and that's when you got sent to lifetime recovery. And the motion was withdrawn. So there was a previous number 1. Yes, what was the previous number?
In 2023, the new offensive assault was withdrawn on 2023, and conditions were amended to include drug court, lifetime recovery.
All right. So that was an assault. And who was the complainant in that assault?
That was my wife,
The name?
Claudia Rushing.
Yes. And now I have a letter, defense exhibit number 1, with her saying, there were some issues between you as far as you're not doing your medications.
Yes.
All right, continue. I'm just trying to get the sequence of events in my head, all right?
And it's just been there's not much else I could say about it. It's just, I've had a lot of, problems within myself trying to find, either courage or, cry out. I'm not sure, but I didn't know that I could even come to you. A lot of people told me in the jail that I
No.
could ask you.
No,
for the
because
help
let me
too,
just
but-
tell you, let me stop you right there. You're saying that you can't come to me. I
No,
don't believe that. And let me tell you why I don't believe that. And your counsel will tell you this. Everyone in this court who is placed on probation, I let them know. If they have an issue, let their officer know. If they feel as their officer is not addressing it, then you can come back to me. And every time that somebody's had a motion to revoke, if I've continued them, I tell them that. So don't start with, I didn't know I could come, because that's not true.
yes. Yes. And my plan is to get with Miss Andrea at Center for Healthcare Service, and explain to her my, issues that I've had personally, and see who she could get in touch with, like with the care team over there that I can follow through with.
Austin, if I could interrupt you, you met with somebody 2 weeks ago
Yes.
from Center for Healthcare Services since you've been in custody, is that correct?
Yes.
But when you met with her, she talked to you about if you're released, if the judge is kind enough to continue you can go to Center for Healthcare Services.
Yes.
And they will plan a treatment and care team around you.
Yes.
That's what you told me.
Yes, they will.
So it's not so much of, you're gonna talk to her when you get out, but you've actually met with her and
Yes, and she's told me and 4 other gentlemen that they would do that.
so what you're asking the court to do.
And I'm asking the court if you could kindly reinstate, if not, I accept the full range of the punishment of my problems here.
All right, state any questions?
Briefly, Your Honor. Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
at any point during this inconsistency you refer to, did you inform your probation officer?
Say again?
At any point during this time of inconsistency, did you inform your probation officer of that inconsistency?
It's been she's a very hard woman to get a hold of, to start with, so. I mean, I would like to talk to her, like I would want to tell her things like that, but she would always say like, no, that's not for me to deal with.
But my question is, did you make attempts?
Yes,
Okay. And then prior to August 31st, 2025, did you have contact with Center for Healthcare Services regarding this inconsistency? Or did you make attempts to?
yes,
Yes. You mentioned that you were attempting to get water, correct?
yes.
On or about August 31st, 2025, was the Wallace Bank open?
No.
Were there
I
other
don't think-
businesses around?
There was a Jason's Deli, I believe, but I had asked somebody like from the parking lot, like, hey, can you help me with some water? They looked at me like I was crazy, so I was like, I'm not even gonna attempt to.
Would you agree with me when you jumped the fence for the Wallace Bank, you had 2 jugs of water with you?
No, I had an empty bottle.
So at no point you didn't pour water on yourself throughout the
I
time? that
poured
you were-
water on myself, yes, but that was very hot water.
So you would agree you came to
Yeah,
the Wallace Bank with
yes,
water?
with water, yes. But I needed more water.
Mr. Gibson, would you agree with me the best way for someone to learn a lesson about consequences for them to take full responsibility for their actions?
Yes.
No further questions.
Nothing further.
All right. So probation, on this case, can you tell me, was there any restitution that was due Vincent Arias and Victor Toro? So, Mr. Gibson, what I can tell you is I read the letter from Ms. Rushing. There is nothing else I can do to help you. And let me explain to you why. This is not your first motion to revoke. And each motion to revoke that you've had with me has been your having a new case. So the first time, you're of course on deferred adjudication for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And the first time was an assaultive case against you say your current wife. And that motion was withdrawn. I'm assuming it was withdrawn because maybe she didn't want to come forward, or maybe there wasn't enough evidence. I'm not saying either way. I'm just saying that with regards to that, that issue was addressed by withdrawing the motion. And when that motion was withdrawn, the first thing was a referral to felony drug court. And if you were not accepted there, a referral to lifetime recovery. And before that, you were sent to SATF. So there is, and then, well, actually, you've had more than one motion to revoke. So you had a motion to revoke in 2020. That was a violation of condition number 1. The court found that true after your plea of true. You were denied an alternate amended with a TAP evaluation follow recommendation. Then on November 2020, you're like, hey, I'm ready for treatment. Let me do it. And I said, okay. And that's when you were with your new wife, and there was supposed to be no harmful or injurious contact with her. And then after that happened, then there was a motion to revoke that was withdrawn, and they alternately amended conditions to include no contact with Claudia Rushing. And here we are with another number 1. And based upon the state's cross-examination and your answers, this wasn't about your seeking water. You had 2 jugs of water, and you actually poured water on yourself instead of pouring it in your vehicle. So as previously stated, the court is finding 1 and 1 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will revoke you. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no residing in any household with minors.
Why is that?
There is to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And the court is going to have the previous conditions that were previously given. There's to be no contact with Claudia Rushing, Vincent Arias, and the court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison. The court will give you credit for any time served, credit for any time served for successful completion. Thank you. All right, if you'll let the clerks know. Successful completion of inpatient treatment. Court will recommend therapeutic community. Therapeutic community doesn't increase the time that you're in custody. It's just to provide you with help with your sobriety. Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, you do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are in deferred adjudication.
Quick question.
Sure.
That my wife is all I have out there, and I understand that, what I did was wrong, but she's the only person I have.
So
out there.
here's the thing. I understand what you're telling me, but what I'm telling you is based upon the allegations of your previous assault against her. You all agreed that the motion would be withdrawn, and this is from 2023, I believe. You agreed that it would be withdrawn and that there'd be no contact with her. So the court is following the previous condition.
Please let me at least talk with her, because that's my daughter, that's my family. That's all I have.
No, she, in the letter that I received, she states in that letter that those are her biological children, not your biological children, that you have a biological child with someone else.
No, it's with her.
No, that's not what's in the letter.
With Claudia Rushing, yes, I have a little girl, Athena Gibson.
That's
with
not
her.
what she put in the letter.
Yes, I have a biological daughter with her, Your Honor.
Well, what I'm telling you is when you're released, you're not allowed to have any contact with her. When you're at the prison, you're not allowed to have any contact with her. You're not allowed to have any unsupervised contact with minors, and you're not allowed to reside in any home where there are minors. And that's based upon the letter that was presented to me. That's based upon your current actions.
And Judge, We modified that to allow him to have contact with his biological daughter.
No unsupervised contact with minors. All right, thank you. Sometimes you can only do what you can do to help people. And when people are placed on probation, your goal, once they're placed on probation, is for rehabilitation. And then at some point in time, there's nothing else that you can do. And many times when I do no residing with in household with minors is because there are issues with him. Now, the letter that was presented to me to read, in that letter, she says he's off his medication. Sometimes he's violent. Then why is he living in a household with the children when he's not on his medications? And so that's a danger. And part of my duties is, yes, I can place people on probation, but if they're going to be on probation, I have to craft conditions that will protect the public. And many a time, for example, he's going to prison for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He has drug issues. He has, violent tendencies. There's going to be some woman in the world who's going to think he's a great catch, and they're not looking after their children. For example, his previous case where there was a new number one that was involving the lady that he's saying, oh, I need to have contact with her. And in the letter I read, there was so much in there where he should not be having contact with her, but she's still making excuses for his behavior. And then when you have children who grow up around that, they think that that's normal. And so if they believe that the father, the mother loves their spouse, right? And they're being violent towards them, then they tend to think that's how you show you love somebody. So I do my part. Oh, it's in there, and it will, and when they get the judgments, so judgments go to the prison and it's included in their packet. Like if he gets paroled, that will be in his packet saying, showing that he's not to have contact. Now, do people still have contact? Yes. And you know how people ended up finding out? One day they accidentally go over there, or one day they're living with this person, that person's going to call the police, and then the police is going to look it up and they're saying, you're not even supposed to be here. And then there's going to be new charges for that. So, well, I will tell you, you have to have short-term memory, which I don't, but you have to have it, because otherwise you won't look at cases fresh. And you'll be thinking, oh, this person's just coming with the same thing, when really you're supposed to look at it and see if they're telling the truth or not. But if you just rubber stamp everything and say, I'm throwing my hands up, I've heard this 5 times before. And the key to is really Judge Priest. One of the things he said that makes a great judge is you have to have patience. And part of patience is listening, even though it's sometimes students will tell me, oh my gosh, that's like 5 people who had the same thing happen. Because sometimes people go, my dog died, my mom died, this person's in the hospital, this happened, I'm ready to get my life together. You will hear that. And some people will say, like, I'm tired of hearing that. But I'm like, no, it's a new book for me. Each person is a new book, and I just listen to it. Yeah, he can't. Yeah. And he's not allowed to reside in household with minors. Because believe it or not, when I did child protective service cases, and they would call me to do cases over there because I would end up representing somebody who's going to have criminal charges, or they have criminal charges. But sometimes I would represent children, and mom goes to club on Friday, meets some guy, brings that guy back to their home, don't even know them, and that guy never leaves the house. And then mom goes to work on Monday and leaves this complete stranger with her children. So that happens a lot. Yes. All right, thank you. And I'll walk you through what the agreement is. The court is calling 2020 CR 7593, State of Texas versus Ariana Fuentes. Could I have the parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Jordan Brown for the state.
For the defense?
Kevin Stryker for the defense, Your Honor.
All right, and are you Ms. Fuentes?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state or the defense?
No
No,
objection, State.
Discovery. Hunter, I see you have substituted in for Jordan Brown.
Yes, Judge, Hunter Morris for the state.
All right, my mom is okay with you, Hunter, but she was happy to see Jordan on the screen. I'm just throwing that out there. All right. Ms. Fuentes, I'm going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, I'm sorry, was Mr. Morris the prosecutor who handled this plea?
I filled out the paperwork, Judge.
All right, then state, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of theft of person.
Any
That's correct.
objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Ms. Fuentes, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review this document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the state is proceeding on the less included offense of theft of person. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days to 2 years in the state jail facility. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we are, Judge. I was just going to present a couple of things before.
Yes. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. As you can see from the reports, this basically involved my client being with some other individuals who were doing the other individuals my clients were with were having a transaction with the complainant witness of a fight and eventually broke out and a cell phone was taken from the complainant witness. That cell phone was recovered at the scene, so that there were no restitution and the item was recovered. My client is taking responsibility. This case took almost 2 years, actually over 2 years, I believe, to be indicted. My client was 17 years old at the time. She's now 20 years old. So this case is almost 3 years old and she has had no issues or problems since.
All right, Mr. Stryker, I think she wants to tell you that she's older than what you're saying or either younger.
I'm 19 years old, by the way, about to be 20.
19, sorry, I apologize. 19, about to be 20 years old, sorry.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Stryker, if anything, people always say never increase the age of anyone. So she just wanted to be clear, she's only 19.
Yes, Judge.
It's all downhill from here with the age thing.
She was 17 at the time, Judge. She's been on bond for over 2 years. And she has not had any problems with bond. She's shown up to every court setting. She's also had no violations. She's working, she's helping support the bills. And again, this is her only adult arrest, I believe, at all. So we'd ask that you follow the plea bargain recommendation. Of course, the court has the ability to go less than the 4 years deferred, and we would appreciate if the judge were to want to consider that, as well as I am court appointed judge. And so we were hoping that the court would be willing to probate some of the fine. She does have a job. She works at Wingstop, but she does pay bills and helps out with the rent. And so therefore she doesn't make a lot of money. And so we'd ask that you probate some or all of the fine in the case, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Fuentes, who is Stephen Austin?
That was like a person that I went to school with, but I no longer like talk to him or even like associate. I don't have him on social media or nothing. Like, I don't even know what he's doing with his life right now.
Okay, and who is Sherrod Dixon?
He was also somebody I went to school with, just a bad crowd, I guess. I removed myself from everybody. I just work and now just pay bills and stuff like that.
Who is Tali, Iztlaly Navarro?
She was also somebody I went to school with. We went to the same school, Holmes High School. All three of us went there. And that's how we knew each other. We were always hanging out.
So why you get involved in something stupid like this, where you probably could have been killed, somebody else could have been killed? This could have easily been an aggravated robbery or something else.
Yes, ma'am. Honestly, I was like just young and dumb, making poor choices and hanging with the wrong people. But now I'm not like, I'm no
Well, let me
longer that
just-
person.
Let me explain to you about hanging around with the wrong people. If I were to have any of these people I just asked you about before me, you know what they would say? I was young and dumb and hanging around with the wrong people. And I would say, well, who are these wrong people? And you know what they would say? Well, Ariana Fuentes. They would list all these people and you would be in that
Yeah.
group. So when people say they're hanging around with the wrong people, it's like you're part of the wrong people.
Yeah.
That's what other people would say.
Yeah, but like
So-
I'm no longer like it's been like 2.5 years. I haven't gotten to no type of trouble. The most I think I got was a speeding ticket, but I fixed it. There was
So
nothing.
I'm assuming you were not raised in the 80s, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I was not.
So you're not a Valley girl, correct?
No, ma'am.
So I want you to work on making sentences without using the word like.
You're right. I'm sorry.
No, I just think you need to concentrate on that.
Yeah, I honestly need to stretch my vocabulary.
You know, and that is the good thing about Google. Do you know I receive an email every day and it gives me a new word for today? So
Wow.
every day is a new word. So you're younger than I am. Mr. Stryker thought you were older, but you're 19. So I'm sure you are aware of all the new apps or whatever they call now where you can get words of the day. So here's the $1 million question. And I'm asking you this question because I need to decide what conditions to give you so you can be successful. If I didn't think you could be successful, I wouldn't bother with conditions. I just send you out to the world. And I would say, when you come back here, we'll deal with your motion to revoke. But I want to avoid that. So if you're drug tested today, which you will be, what are the results going to be?
I would probably be like faint because
Wait, what did I say about the word like?
Oh, sorry. I'd probably be faint because I was back in like a couple weeks ago.
We're not gonna
Sorry,
use like.
sorry. I was back couple weeks ago smoking marijuana, but I haven't like touched it since then. So like I said, I will be faint.
You used like about 6 times. And I'm
How
not
do I not
doing,
use? I'm sorry.
and I'm not doing this to make you feel bad. I'm doing this because I want you to improve yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
So I want you to work on speaking without using the word like. The way you said you've gotten rid of these people out of your life, like remove these people like out of your life the way you remove like out.
Okay.
You understand like what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, doesn't that sound a little weird?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, like it really like does sound weird. So I want you to work on that, not using the word like.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how far did you go in school?
To junior year.
Do you have your GED? What are you planning on doing? Working at Wingstop? I mean, I know they have different flavors like lemon, like barbecue, like other things, but like, do you want to work at Wingstop like forever? Like there's nothing wrong with that, but is that something like you really like want to do?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to work at Wingstop for the rest of my life.
So what are your plans to improve your situation?
I'm gonna do like I think it's like a diploma program. It's called essay leadership because you can get your diploma. It's not just GED. So I want to like look into that and start doing that. That can be like a goal.
Well, if we can stop using the word like, you will make that happen.
I'm so sorry. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time.
I know everyone who's on this screen.
I don't even
myself,
realize it. I don't even realize that I'm saying it. I only noticed until you pointed out.
everyone on this screen, myself included, as long as you're living, you're trying to improve yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me see.
Green.
This is what I'm.
Green.
All right, could you make sure you're on mute, Mr. Garcia? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sentence you to a $1,500 fine. That will be probated.
Thank you, Judge.
Rebecca, I want to see if she can get into that Turning Point program. So the Turning Point program, that is actually a program, if you're able to get into it, they will pay you for attending that program.
Wow.
And it's $15 an hour. So you want to get in that program because they will help you with whatever you intend to do with the rest of your life.
Yes.
I'm going to ask for 100 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived if she completes Turning Point. And just in case she doesn't get into Turning Point, because I think their spaces are filled up, it will also be waived if she obtains her GED or completes some form of higher education level or a trade school.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. 3 years deferred adjudication. No contact with the following people: Jacqueline Suarez, and I know I'm mispronouncing that. It's Juarez. Stephen Austin, Sherrod Dixon. Let me see, I think there was one more person. Is Tali Navarro. And Rebecca, that's IZTLALY Navarro. Regular Zoom reporting. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or where you're supervising minors. That may change once she proves herself, Mr. Stryker, but for now, that's the
Yes,
court's
sir.
orders. And Rebecca, if you can continue to test her, but test her for levels, and then once she's clean, random UAs. Ms. Fuentes, those levels for marijuana or whatever else you use, those need to go down. You understand?
I've only used marijuana. I don't, but yes, ma'am, I understand.
And we're going to do 2 times a month. Field visits, random.
Yes, ma'am.
Rebecca, is there anything else that she needs?
No, ma'am, I think that covers it.
Ms. Fuentes, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Record, Ms. Fuentes, from here on out, while you're on deferred in this case, every decision that you make, you need to ask yourself, is this a decision that could potentially result in me going to the state jail facility for 2 years? You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. And do you have any children?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
Way
so
too
you still have some freedom.
Yes, ma'am.
Once you have children, they're great. Everybody love children, but once you have children, your children need to come first. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Mr. Stryker, you can go in the breakout room with her.
I have
Probation.
a question.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes.
I have a question. How can we watch this live, like on YouTube?
Oh, it's, if you just go to Judge Stephanie Boyd, it's live.
Okay.
Google YouTube and then put in Judge Stephanie Boyd.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good one. Don't disappoint me.
I won't. I promise.
All right, and don't use what word?
Like,
You just used it.
but you.
All right.
Okay. You got
I'm
me.
going to send you to breakout room number 2. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Mr. Stryker.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
as well.
Hunter.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Let me just
Good to see you,
find
Brenda.
you so I can send you to the proper room.
I'm the dog. No, I'm
Two.
just playing.
Oh, I changed it. And Kevin, let me find you. All right. Do you want to go to a state jail facility for 2 years?
No, ma'am.
All right. So you need to ask yourself, is smoking marijuana worth potentially going to the state jail facility for 2 years? If it is, continue to smoke it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You are not allowed to smoke marijuana on probation. You're not allowed to drink alcohol on probation. Those are the rules. If people want those rules changed, they need to talk to their state legislature. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
I do commend you for getting your diploma. Now, what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life?
I'm planning to go to school for physical therapy
When are you planning on doing that?
as soon as I get my vehicle, because I can't really just depend on my mom driving me everywhere.
What's wrong with VIA?
What was that?
What's wrong with VIA? Let's say your mom, continues doing what she's doing because she's living her life. And let's say you're never able to get a vehicle. Then what are you gonna do?
By any means, find my way to transport.
So that's what you need to be working on now. There's no shame in riding the VIA bus. The VIA bus will get you from point A to point B. And guess what? To make sure you're on time, you take the first bus on the route. They have VIA buses that go throughout the city or wherever you need to be. But if you sit around waiting till everything's perfect, guess what? Nothing's ever going to be perfect. I caught the bus all through law school. I caught the bus when I first started practicing law. I didn't have a vehicle. I know some people were driving vehicles to high school. I walked. There's no shame in doing that because you got to look at the big picture. And the big picture, you're saying you want to be a physical therapist?
Yes.
Well, you can't be sitting there constantly planning. You got to do. You understand?
Yes, Your
All right. So you want supportive outpatient treatment or intensive? All right. So there's to be intensive outpatient treatment and for 1 year. You would have been done. The UA hotline with weekly testing for levels. And what else did you want? You wanted a program waived? All right, we're going to waive the turning point program as a condition and 90 sober support meetings in 90 days. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No,
All right, and are you military? Is that why you're wearing the Army shirt?
I actually was looking into it to go for physical therapy, but I just have some stuff holding me back.
All right, see, here's the thing. You're constantly looking into things, but you're not taking the steps to make it happen. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're
Have a
welcome.
nice day.
You too. All right, court is calling 2020 CR 7593 State versus Ariana Fuentes. Can I have parties announced for the record? State? Defense?
Todd Coronado.
And are you Miss Ariana Fuentes?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Ariana Yalen Fuentes who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 7593 for the offense of theft from a person on June 2nd, 2021 for a period of 3 years and extended for a total of 1 year? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, violating condition number 2, on or about the 29th day of January 2025 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Ariana Galán Fuentes did in there failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer or supervision officer and or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Where you remain violating condition, Your Honor.
Any objections to the
Objection, Your
waiver?
Honor. No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 180 days in this, I'm sorry, up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court would find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, and it's continued the individual on her probation and denies the motions with alternate amend to put a hair follicle on upon release and monthly urinalysis. Also for her to provide a good address where she was living. And also sober support meetings weekly for 60 days. And then also we will be requiring or requesting a 6-month extension.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes.
And again, we are in agreement with that. And just like to point out to the court, she has completed her direct class. She got her GED the first couple of months on probation. She's paid all her
fines and court costs and everything, and she's been clean for 8 to 10 months, which the hair follicle should show that. So we are in agreement with the
Or
recommendation.
why isn't she doing her UAs?
May I speak, Your Honor?
Yeah, can you raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Ariana Yalim Fuentes.
Yes, why are you not reporting for your UAs?
So I am currently a full-time student in Academy for Massage Therapy School, Your Honor. And it revolves all of my time and all of my day. I go to school from 8 in the morning to 2:30 I'm in class. And then after that, I attend internship from 2:30 all the way to 10 at nighttime. So I'm constantly busy at school. The only day I do have off is Sunday. So by the time that comes, I don't really have time to do anything. And I'm on a call line. So the call line that I call, I'm at school. Sometimes I'm taking 2 tests a week. So I'm busy. My main focus is on
So
school.
here's the thing. I understand that people have other things they want to do. They're busy. But when you're on probation, you're on probation. I don't know what people don't understand that probation should come first. I know people are trying to better their lives, but probation should come first. And she's been here before, and I've altered and amended conditions for her before. And I've asked her to do sober support meetings. Did she do those?
No, Your Honor, I did not. I know it's not an excuse and I agree that probation does come first. But I've been trying to fix my life and I have a goal to open up my own business and
But
start.
here's the thing, they're asking for you to do sober support meetings. I've already ordered sober support meetings. And there's no excuse for not having done those because sober support meetings, they're available 24/7 throughout the city. They're available on Sundays, they're available Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, at all times of the day. So I don't even understand why probation is recommending that she do sober support meetings. I've already did that. She didn't do them. I've already extended her. She didn't do well. I already asked for weekly testing for levels. And I will tell you, the only reason why I would ask for weekly testing for levels is because she's using. If she wasn't using, I wouldn't have asked for levels.
She insists she's been clean for 8 to 10 months, which, like, again, the hair follicle will show that if that's true.
Well, I mean, we would have known that if she would have done the testing. I don't think probation is a good fit for her.
And Your Honor, also, I'm on a call line, so I'm on random drug tests as well. So I'm not sure. I don't know whenever I take a drug test. It's not like I intentionally.
No, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be random, so you don't know because there are
Oh,
some
yes, ma'am, I
drugs that stay out of your system. And what's the number one thing I always tell people? I always tell them, if you have an issue with probation or things are going on and you can't do something, come to court, let us know. She didn't do any of that.
I actually tried to reach out to you plenty of times through my probation officer.
No, I already said, if you have an issue with probation, you can come to court. Do I not say that all the time?
All the time.
So I don't think probation is good for you.
But she
I-
did, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
she did ask her probation officer if she could have a meeting set up with you, for the court to talk to you, several months ago, I guess.
Yeah, my probation.
She
I
did
was
reach out
trying
to her.
to talk to you about all my achievements and stuff that I've been completing and let you know that I've been doing good.
Mhm.
And I know I missed a few calls. It wasn't intentionally, like I said, I don't.
No, I mean, even, here's the thing. You're in school, you're doing whatever, I understand. But there's no reason to be missing the sober support meetings because they're available 24/7 throughout the city.
I would be like, it's not an issue that I can't do it. It's just I'm in a school where I do a whole year of education in 6 months. I'm a slow learner. I have to study 2 times, 3 times harder than usual.
Mhm.
So it's harder for me, but I've been putting my time and my effort into this. And today I was supposed to graduate today on the 7th. Today is my graduation. But I'm here.
I mean, you're here because you violated probation. That's why they have a warrant for you. I honestly don't think probation is appropriate for her.
I think she should be given a chance to finish out her probation. I'm pretty sure, and she'll confirm that she'll be able to finish out probation.
But I mean, we're
successfully.
here for, I do believe we're here for the same thing that we've been here before. Everything that probation is asking her to do now, that you all have agreed to, I've already given that to her and she didn't do it. And now we're back and they're asking for the same thing. It's not as though we're dealing with a 4-year-old. How old are you?
23, Your Honor.
All right, so she knows. All right. Probation, what has she done on probation? Has she completed anything?
She's had probation.
That she needed, the re-entry program with current attorney points.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, Judge, it looks like all of her community service hours are done.
Well, I mean, because those are waived if she completed Turning Point. Okay,
I also, may I speak, Your Honor?
yes.
I also got my diploma as requested.
Mhm.
I paid off all my fees as
Mhm.
well.
Oh, the fees are paid off, Judge, that is correct.
My address is up to date. I understand that they haven't been able to come to my house while I'm at school. I have proof that I'm at school. I have my progress report with all my grades.
All right, state. I don't think she's appropriate for probation, but I would consider a 1244
Okay, Judge,
if there's no objection.
no objection.
All right, the court is, yes, okay. All right, do you want to explain to her about 1244 and ask whether or not she's waiving her right to appeal?
So do some time.
Well. Judge, how many days would you consider? I don't know how many days she has. How many days is it? Gets 30 days credit, so we're asking for 1244 for 30 days, judgment set.
No, Judge.
Right, what I'll do is, I'm not gonna do the 30 days, I'll do 60 days. Give her credit for any time served. Is she waiving her right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. The court will grant the motion, find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 60 days in the Bear County jail, jail under 1244, give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, so here's the thing. Bear County Jail, they give people sometimes 2 for 1. I'm not in charge of whether you get 2 for 1 or not. The only thing that I can do is I could put on the directive, this person is to do day for day time, which would mean you would have to do the full 60 days. I'm not doing that. What time you get at what credit you receive from the jail, that is strictly up to Bear County Jail. So if Bear County Jail wants to give you 2 for 1, that's up to them. What I can tell you is, if you're not a trustee, trustees usually for every day they serve, they get credit for 3 days. It appears you're not in red, so they're probably going to give you credit every day is 2 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else?
So does this mean I'm gonna be a felon?
Yes,
So is there a way that I can get this off my record?
you have to speak to your attorney.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Maybe she's,
Yes.
thank you.